Comp's tier lists are lying to you, and I analyzed 25,000 games to prove it. The results will surprise you. These lists rank comps based on their average placement, AVP, and win rate. But these numbers are highly misleading because of one simple concept: contested comp. Let's take Viktor for example. Each 3 cost unit has 18 copies, so if a player has a Viktor 3 already, there will be only 9 Viktor left in the pool. If you have 4 Viktors, you need around 60 gold to hit 5 more, but if someone else also has 4 Viktors, then you are expected to hit it 40% slower, around 74 gold. But if someone else already has a Viktor 3, you should click the forfeit button because your odds are now always tripled at around 156 gold. For those of you that are brave enough to check the math, it looks something like this. It is known that playing a contested comp is bad, but the impact on your AVP and top 4% is relatively unknown. I have the results on how bad it actually is, and interestingly, some comps are more affected than others. To analyze the 25,000 matches, I looked at the A and S tier comps from MetaTFT and grouped them based on their playstyle: 1, 2, and 3 cost rerolls, and fast 8. All of these comps are from the 17.1 patch. For the 1 cost rerolls, these are Timo Leona, TF, Viktor. For the 2 cost rerolls, we have Velvet. For the fast 8, we have Saya, Space Groove, Kindred, Corki, and LeBlanc. And finally, for the 3 cost rerolls, we have Kai'Sa Fizz, Urgot, and Viktor. So, 12 different comps, 25,000 matches, what are the results? Overall, this S and A tier comps average a 4.06 placement and a 56% top 4 rate. Solid numbers, but here's the catch: when they are contested, that AVP plummets to 4.66 and your top 4 odds to below a 50% chance. According to MetaTFT, being contested literally drags these top tier comps down to borderline B to C tier status. Flip side, if you are uncontested, your AVP jumps to 3.96, 59% chance to top 4. Not all comp types are affected the same though. Here you can see all the AVP and top 4% for each comp type when uncontested and contested. What does this mean? One cost reroll relies heavily on 3-starring your units by around stage 4. This is because by 4-1 to 4-3 you will be level 6, which reduces the odds of seeing a 1 cost. You also want to dominate stage 4 to save HP and save gold to cap your board at higher levels or to squeeze in the top 4. This is partly the reason why 1 cost rerolls often have a high top 4% but lower win rate than a fast 8 or 9 boards. So if you are contested, you are less likely to hit your units and die before stage 5. The cost rerolls are more forgiving, as your 3-stars window is now by stage 5, so you can win fights and save HP in stage 4 with 2 stars. This means that other players will be more likely to die first before you. But if you don't 3-stars your unit by around stage 5, there's a good chance that even 1 or 2 cost rerolls that hit can beat your board. Fast 8s are interesting because they are the least impacted. This might be because unlike reroll comps, they don't rely on 3-starring your units, so you only need 3 copies of certain units. It is true that there are only 10 copies of a 4 cost, but you are still more likely to hit 3 rather than 9. Even when you're being contested by other players. Another interesting finding that the averages don't show is that when contested, it is more likely that the position difference between contested players is very high. A player running the same comps can finish in the top 4, while another player might finish in 7 or 8. Across all comp types, 50 to 60% of the time, both players are either top 4 or bot 4. They are also roughly equally likely to hold hands together in the top 4 or bot 4. In other words, when contested, you only have a 20 to 25% chance to top 4 together. When a player dies, their units are returned back to the pool, so that another player that survived later could reroll and hit their units. Basically, they are again playing uncontested. What often happens is both players will lose a lot of fights, but one with a higher HP can hold out, save econ, and wait for the other player to die before starting to roll. That is why dupes are very important on reroll comps. Not only that it saves you a lot of money, it can also deny someone else the units. Even if there are 19 Viktors already out, you can still dupe your units and hit. There you have it. Whether a comp is A or S tier will depend on whether it's contested or not. An A tier comp, if contested, can rival any S tier comps, while a contested S tier comp could be an A or even a B tier comp. So next time you lobby, be sure to scout the boards, benches, and augments, or even simply ask them what they are playing. Slamming items are really good indications that they are committing to certain comps as well. Knowing what others are going for is the difference between securing a top 4 and going bottom 4. A comp can perform significantly better or worse depending on whether it's contested or not. For more educational TFT videos, make sure to like and subscribe. Comment what you think about the video and what you want to learn next. See ya!